Joey, honey. Little Teddy's got the money, all is forgiven, listen, but little Teddy seemed to be confused. Little Teddy doesn't mean to be with me. Little Teddy didn't mean to be with me. And when I said little Teddy scared me, well, little Teddy guessed that little Teddy scared herself too. But little Teddy and me got lucky once before, and little Teddy doesn't want to close the door. And somewhere out there passed out on the floor. Oh, Joey, little Teddy's not angry anymore. Well, little Teddy's not angry anymore. That's so moist. Well, I really hate so much. I'm going to lose him points with the food blogs. Really appreciate it. Somebody should start to read it. Oh, thanks. Another one to the pile. Another one bites the dust. That Michael Jackson sound story. People want to give love letters to little Teddy. Steffi Graf said to find the one to marry her. How much money do you have? I love me some Steffi Graf. I love me some tennis nail bracelets, suckle toes, feet, feta station, feta cheese. Cringy, C-N-G-E-Y. These are vocal training exercises I like to do so I can pronounce words and announce words accurately. Asterisks. I'm like a sitcom. As long as I can get my Deborah. Middle Easterners should do candlelight vigil for all humans who died from Middle Eastern conflicts. There should be mandatory cultural exchanges instead of mandatory military service for Middle East countries like Israel, Iran, and Arab countries like Dubai. Sharing food is love. We can respect each other's languages, religions, cultures, and traditions. And if someone wants to have marijuana or alcohol, it should be legal so they don't overdose and die. 60% of the time I fish for little Teddy every time. What the world needs now is for little Teddy and their single family member of little Teddy to post me on Instagram. That is just the one thing that this world has to love. Little donkey Shrek! If USA gives the right technology to make practical amounts of fresh water from salty water, Iranians will love Trump so much! Iranians will build a golf course for Trump and a Disney World franchise inside of Iran for Trump too! Cynicism poisons the heart. Miracle, never lose hope, my dear heart. Miracle dwelling in the invisible. Hashtag Rumi. Hashtag RUMI. I'll have a Michael Jackson sounds like on the food menu. Hee. Oh, Michael Jackson sounds like it. Nobody really cares about the Middle East. We Middle Easterners care. Peace and coexistence in the Middle East, for the Middle East, by the Middle East, in the name of democracy. Like Charlie Chaplin movie. Let us unite. Parkour, peace out. Hearts is light of love, illuminated well, whether in Moscow synagogue they dwell, had their names written in the book of love, unvexed for hopes of heaven or fears of hell. He beneath the bow, flashes donkey on book of verse, the sister single shining penny network, what? Then all mama sister single shining penny network, wow, caring for the same caring, witness to paradise now. I have about 10 seconds, it sounds like every other food menu. Oh, sounds like having a baby. It's moist, I love the sport. Tennis gets me all riled up. I don't care if it's long. I can last like a marathon, robot marathoner since 2010. Okay. These are vocal training exercises I do for all my relatives, separate my time and space. Culture opens doors, politics closes doors. See, fuck you, fuck me. 20s battle, 20 days, 2 livings. Life is down here, so I'm getting me off hours. I'm going to approach word for the day to Quebec Water Trinity. Honey, 2 syllable. Asal, 2 syllable. It's the Thai for Persian and English word. Ass, my ass is honey, baby. Oh, beehive. You're going to right before smack bottom. Hashtag Austin Powers. Asal, salivate, drool for honey. My ass is drooling for honey. Tasty, must have honey. Asal. Is waiting, salivating for honey. Hashtag LV, hashtag respect, hashtag bored, hashtag very nice. Surely this is a new elevation in the mind to learn Persian language foundation, false piece of ferris. It's the same old gold, old blue better dance. This is a support non-governmental organization, non-profit organization, Persian language foundation, PLF, PFL, policy by look to support criminal rewards. I can't see the emotion of good. I'm always working like a flamingo. Virginia for the best. I'm going to do food, dance, and music news, cultural news, to Clay part of Trinity. No easy way out. Pessimism grows in Tehran as Europe hardens stance. Diplomatic prospects between Iran and the West appear increasingly bleak, with Tehran's political class voicing growing skepticism that a negotiating breakthrough is still possible. European countries this week mooted, reviving United Nations sanctions on Iran if it doesn't resume talks on its nuclear program, in what could be a harsh blow to the country's already ailing economy. The hostile posture of the three European powers and the cautious approach of China and Russia, Iran's tactical partners, have made a return to diplomacy increasingly unlikely, according to a lot of reporters. Some Iranians have been dismissing Beijing's role as a potential mediator, arguing that Tehran's own actions, halting cooperation with the IAEA and clinging to hardlines, red lines, have left diplomacy with few prospects. Foreign Relations Chief Heshmatullah Falahatpishe echoed that view. Man, you gotta name yourself and easier names. The activation of the trigger mechanism means an end to diplomatic relations between Iran and Europe, he told the modern daily news agencies. And countries like China and Russia facing their own tensions with the US cannot be effective mediators. According to these reporters, passivity during the recent 12-day war with Israel and proposed Oman or Qatar as the more realistic options. If Iran can recommit to the Non-Proliferation Treaty (NPT), searching for a way out, but with US officials insisting that only direct engagement is acceptable, the question of mediation may already be obsolete. Iran's path out of the current crisis likely hinges not only on finding the right go-between, but on its own willingness to fundamentally shift course. Political analysts have offered a possible framework, arguing that Tehran needs to embrace a strategy that balances deterrence, confidence building, and responsiveness to major powers. Iran's situation has grown more precarious following accusations by three European states that it undermined nuclear safeguards. He wrote in news agencies, calling for a phased suspension model. Iran will pause enrichment for 1 year while the other side progressively lifts sanctions and releases frozen assets. Afterward, Iran would cap enrichment at 67% while retaining technical capability for higher levels. Iran remains the only non-nuclear state enriching uranium to 60%, a level close to the weapons grade. But Washington appears adamant that no enrichment is acceptable inside Iran. Window is closing. Tehran is left at a familiar but increasingly perilous crossroads. The Islamic Republic must either relinquish its revolutionary doctrine to avoid punishing sanctions or brace for deeper isolation that even China and Russia won't be able to counterbalance. Abandoning its ideological identity would transform the ruling system beyond recognition, but choosing resistance without compromise would come at a steep cost. Greater hardship for ordinary Iranians and a further erosion of state legitimacy. Tehran's long favored third option, stalling, hedging, and tactical ambiguity, may no longer be sustainable. The economy may be too fragile, global patience too thin, leaders' defiance. President Pezeshkian's proposed workaround, reviving barter trade with select neighbors, offers little in the way of relief. It is a dated, impractical system unlikely to serve any party's long-term interests. Yet, Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei shows no sign of blinking. This week, he reiterated that Iran is prepared for military and diplomatic action, but provided no endorsements for diplomacy with adversaries. Mistrust runs deep, and Khamenei loyalists miss no opportunity to amplify it. Decades of experience in U.S. arrogance, aided by its lackey Israel, show that they want to bring misery upon us and ease our glorious history. Former Vice President Harlan Masoud Zaribafan told news agencies. Oh my God, that is so boring. That is so boring! Oh! I almost went into a sleep coma. That's the new stuff. Now I'm going to say more golden old Buddha dance. Karaoke for the sake of karaoke, dust smash for the sake of dust smash. Enunciate and pronounce exercise the vocal training exercise of VOCAL. So I can enunciate and pronounce it accurately. Asterix. And I sound like Dreaming from a Dreaming sitcom because I got a big nose like Raymond. As I got my Deborah. Oh, Deborah, you are so moist to me. Yes. Here we go. Another summer day has come and gone away. I've been to Paris and Rome, but I want to go home. In Iran, no place like home. These are like Wizard of Oz movie on 5 minutes. And what is more? What is more? And let's see how my booty belly is coming along, because I got a booty belly like E.T. extraterrestrial movie. Look at me go. I got a booty belly. I compare my body to the Persian body of a hardy Chupon Persian wolf. I'm working out my physiotherapy stretches. I got a back curve that's curved for lumbar disc herniation. 2005, grade 10 of high school. I jumped up and down 1 meter height with 120 pounds to get more vertical jump for volleyball. In 2007, grade 12 of high school. I could only jump a little bit higher, but I got most valuable play for volleyball as a power hitter, spiker. And that was very cool. But stupidity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. That's why I regret doing that. That's why I leave these video messages box so anyone here to reply for us or peaceful fire us outside of my time and space. My nephews and nieces can learn from my mistakes, you know. Just because volleyball is not a contact sport doesn't mean you can't get injured. You can get injured for volleyball too. Really bad injuries. If you don't do proper training in the gym, you know. I like Persian bodybuilder, Persian wolf, Hadi Chupon. He doesn't have my man hair though. He has an 8-pack out of a keg. Soft and silk, way more milk. My daughter told us some buto bravo powder, way powder. Yeah, way, no way. That way she why. Yeah. That's how I say way powder to Prime Minister Israel Benjamin Netanyahu, Bibi. B-I-B-I. Bibi. Hi, Bibi, you're a Bibi to me. You're a lover, you're not a hater. Bibi is just another father trying to do his best to be protection to his people. What if la 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 come together right now over me? Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. These were words of angels, let it be. Bar mitzvah, bro, mitzvah, mi'afachas, Yahweh, hashtag Borat, hashtag LG, respect, bumper clap. My manta ray looks like a manta ray fish. Fin, head, there's a tail of the manta ray that goes down the happy trail. It killed the crocodile down me. It's not going to kill me because I'm cheating on you, banging you too fast, too furious. E.T. want to go home, you fuckers. E.T. want to go home. You know where home is? Home is not a place. Home is your relatives are. Why am I talking like this? Nephew and nieces, why are you eating raw potato? I'm sick. I like eating raw potato. Baby fever. Nephew and nieces, why are you eating yogurt or mint? Yogurt, mint. It's delicious. Baby fever. What's merely followed by shame and lack of dignity. Because we don't have enough money to buy raw potato, yogurt, or mint for our nephews and nieces in our homes in Iran. We do not have enough electricity, gas, or drinking water for our homes in Iran. We have to drill deeper and deeper wells for water to wash ourselves in our homes in Iran. It's a dirty drink. It's a dirty drink. Oh my God. Why am I hitting myself so hard? The last one hurt a lot. I'm trying to show the future man of my child I can take a beating below the neck, above the belt. This is a punching bag, human body bag. Human punching bag for my future mother and my child. She can slap me on the floor, smack me on the floor, smack me on the floor, smack me. Oh, pretend that my belly is a watermelon. Na 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 na, na 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 na. Oh. Oh, there Teddy's a girl dragon. Damn, Scott Johnson's a girl dragon. Damn, Gaggo's always a girl dragon. Damn. This head looks like left side, Scott Johnson, and then Scott, I want to show you how to party. Who is a party right there? Who's a party here? Hey, this is me. This is crazy. He's made that fresh. He wants to meet me on Instagram. And a lot of food tasters try to chase me. And here's my death smash. Like, miss me on Instagram.